3, 2, 1.
I couldn't keep a straight face with it.
2, 1 and a half. Okay, I'll stop. Hey, GoblinAttackForce, it's Gator. I'm with people in a Skype call for podcast number 2 with Cheese by myself. Yusei the Synchro Hero and Nuesaki.
Yo.
Say hello to the people.
Hi guys, this is Nuesaki.
Who also makes gay faces.
Shut up, man. God.
Statistics group makes gay faces.
Okay. Unlike you can make PK faces and all whatnot.
Hey, that's standard.
Oh, really?
That's standard.
Heatran.
Like
Okay.
Train. Okay, so you play Yu-Gi-Oh, right?
Of course
No.
I do.
No.
What? I thought we played Magic.
Yeah.
Huh?
Magic.
What is this magic? Is it a spell card?
MTG!
What?
MTG cheese.
How do we introduce ourselves?
Yeah.
Oh, we have a formal way of introducing ourselves. I'm sorry. Let me do it. The first thing it says, introduce yourself. Hello, my name is It's Gator. You can find me at youtube.com/itsgator. The second
Wow. Just wow.
I'll get your brother later.
What are we gonna talk about first?
Do you think that ninjas, insectors, and wind-ups will become an aggressive format next set?
March.
That was a question from the last video.
That didn't really
That's
make
actually-
sense.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, right now it's pretty much like just ninjas, insectors, and windups. I mean, there's the occasional agent insectors. I've been seeing a couple of those in there somewhere. So I'm like, all right, maybe that's the next hot thing to add alongside the insectors. So I guess they're kind of maybe an over-centralizing force.
Me.
They
Those
work.
dark
They
world
work well.
insectors.
They work well in a lot of things like Lightsworn.
Yeah.
Which they revive. They resolve in the graveyard. So it's like, hey,
Aw, man.
And it just resolve in the grave, and it's like, unless you have, well, that's why people have to side and change his appearance to just stop those threats. I mean, if you don't side it in for anything else, it's insectors.
I don't side. I
They're
made
that
that.
annoying.
You made
man,
it.
I don't. I don't really see like. I mean, chain disappearance like slows them down, but I mean, since they're level 3 and most decks with insectors and or windups or whatever, they concentrate on more level 3 or lower base levels, and then they get them out easier even if they're banished. That's what I
Yeah,
see.
because they could just get out Leviair, and then they could just bring them back, and then it just recycled the process.
Yeah, it's like it's actually a really good combo, especially with monster slots. You monster slots like another centipede or dragonfly. Send a dragonfly, pop them, and then send a centipede, pop them, get a Leviair, get a dragonfly, pop them again, and then get another centipede, pop them again.
Yes, and that's kind of annoying. I mean, I've yet to try that duck type. I mean, I use an archetype that is sometimes seen with them with windups, and unfortunately, I don't know. The thing is with windups, like all I really see with windups is the combination of them with insectors. Pretty much with insectors, they pop cards on your field, but when they utilize the windup hunter and windup rat alongside Zenmighty, they create a loop. And so pretty much if they get it off, none of your cards are saved, whether they're in your hand or on the field.
Yep.
And that's why people hate windups in general, and they hate insectors. Even if like you make pure windups, people will probably hate you just because they're windups and how annoying they are.
Just on that
With,
sight of seeing you just doing something, it's like, you're gonna like just destroy my hand. No, I mean it's pure
Well, the
insectors.
thing is,
I mean pure windups. I mean,
why use pure
you
windups?
never know unless
I can,
you just
I
say
can do it, obviously. Well, I mean, my deck can do the combo, but it's not
optional.
catered to it.
It's optional for you. So.
Yeah, I see it as an option, not a necessity. With wind-up
Yeah.
insectors, that's they have
That's
to
the main
do
goal
first
of it.
turn.
Yeah, it's the point. The point of insectors plus windups is to get rid of their hand and get rid of the field so they have nothing to work with, and then you can just swarm them with ease with lower base attacks.
Yep.
That's true.
Then slap a solidarity on that. Like, it's even worse.
Well, what was that one spell card that when an insect gets destroyed, they can add another to their hand? That card is really annoying. I actually saw a couple of those decks utilizing that spell card.
Yeah.
Also, what I've been seeing is I believe it's called it looks like a tier that's like unhappy or whatever. It's like an equip card.
Oh, the clear water thing?
Yeah, clear water.
Yeah.
There it is. So like you equip it to Dragonfly, then use Hornet's Effect, bring it out, and then you have to be a certain attack for it to be equipped, and then when you bring Hornet on Dragonfly, the attack goes over the little equip thing, so the equip gets destroyed, and you get Dragonfly's effect, then you get Centipede automatically, and then you can use Hornet's Effect to then get another Centipede. So it's like 3 automatically in the field.
Oh wow.
And that's kind of interesting because, I mean, Heart of Clear Water, I mean, I have never seen that card, like,
Being
I don't know, I
used.
guess I'd say years even, because one of my friends used to use it with, I think he had Marshmallow in it, and he just had it so that it couldn't be destroyed by card effects either. So that was just annoying. But, like, one thing I do gotta say though, like, if, like, I don't know, people talk about how some of the windups need to be hit because the main problem with the windup insectors is the loop. I mean, maybe people could cope with the insectors destroying card in the field. I mean, they could probably fight back if they keep some of the best cards in their hand for later. But if they want to hit the combo, I guess, I mentioned in a video, there was a video discussing whether or not, like, the whole wind-up archetype should be banned or should it just be certain cards in the archetype. And I actually said, like, I actually agreed with banning Hunter, but then I later found out that you don't even need to use Hunter sometimes to just wreck with any wind-up deck. You just use Zen Mighty, and maybe that's why I'm going to probably say wind-up carriers and Mighty should be limited to one, just to maybe slow them down, but I don't know. I mean, I only used one before, but...
Yeah, I mean, I don't see any big deal with any other windups, but like Hunter and Zen Mighty go perfectly with each other because all you need is 100 in the grave, and all you need is one Zen Mighty. Or no, 3 Zen Mighties. What am I saying? Zen Mighties plus like the rats and the magicians. And with Power with Shark, like you get all those together, like it just you're swarming the field and destroying their hand. If you choose to, and you can just swarm the field and get powerful monsters on the field.
And since you mentioned Shark, I'm going to mention that, well, since Shark is currently TCG exclusive, like Japan doesn't have it yet, I don't know, I just heard about it before, and then I actually decided to add it in because before I had 3 wind-up dogs, and I had, like, wind-up warriors for the whole leveling up other monsters. But once Shark came out, it sped up that process even more, and...
accelerated so much because you can special summon it from your hand when you summon a wind-up monster. So
and heck, if you have 2 Sharks, you can just summon them both because it can stack up.
Yeah.
And it's really helped. If you get Magician and then Shark, and then you could get Hunter, use Hunter's effect, tribute Magician, then make them discard a card. So you already make them lose a card before you even overlay into Zen Mighty.
Yeah, and that Exceed monster that makes you put cards back in your deck, that plus Tour
Daigusto
Bus.
Emerald.
Yeah, that
Daigusto
plus Tour
Emerald.
Guide seems
Like
like it would
a
be really well.
Mini monster part of Adrise. It's just, wow. I never thought it was really good, but I mean...
Well, Daigusto Emerald,
yeah.
I've seen some people use it a lot, but it's gotten a lot of use in the wind-up Insector archetype just because, you know, once you
refresh yourself.
refresh everything, and Pot of Avarice is another card needing to be mentioned because if you do all that, you pop everything out of their hand, and then you probably have 5 monsters in the grave. As a result, you can just put everything back, draw 2 cards, maybe set a back row or something for later. They can't do anything, and then you just send mains on the field.
Just screwed.
Yeah, they're just like, yo, what's up? I got, all my shit back and 2 more cards. What you gonna do?
So yeah, that's why I'm probably gonna agree that Zen Mighty should be hit. I mean, I'm not sure about Rat, but I mean, Rat gets the Hunter out of the grave, but the thing is, you can only summon so many.
You can only do so
rats.
much with just
one
one
rat.
carrier. Yeah.
Mhm.
If you're running just one carrier, I mean, the max you can probably do is just like 1 or 2.
Besides, there are cards to get it back. You have the Tour Bus from the Underworld now,
Bus.
being able to return it.
Yeah, that's a really good card.
Mm-hmm.
Heck of pricey though.
Well,
Hey.
it's not as pricey as the original Tour Guide, which is getting reprinted, but
Yeah.
Like, see, this is where the Insector thing comes in. Like, I'd rather deal with Insectors than windups because like you can't do anything to windups, especially on first turn, and they just hit you hard, and you have all your things you need in your hand. They're all gone.
Well, then again, I mean, in before like a Valor, I mean,
no,
seriously mess you
no,
up.
Baylor almost. Well, Baylor could slow it down, but
Depending on what it is, I mean, Valor can just basically kind of stop it a little bit.
Yeah,
I
but
mean, you
like
got the Baylor, the Zen Mighty, but even then, they could do something else. I don't freaking know.
Yeah.
yeah, but like with Inzectors too, like they concentrate on having a Hornet only. That's the only thing that they need, and running like 2 or 3. So say like they try to get it into the graveyard, like that's what they have to do. If you avoid getting it into the graveyard or sending it back to their deck, then that ruins their plan, and that kind of slows them down big time because they have nothing much to do since Inzectors are really low power, and you just have heavy
Mhm.
hitters. You can just rush them, and you can just win easily.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I
why
mean,
Torbus is really good against them because you put them in their grave, Torbus, put it back in their deck.
that's true. And with windups, you can't really do the same thing because you could stop one combo, but then you'll have another one. And Windup Factory is definitely a card that is gonna. I don't know if that's gonna get hit or not because Factory is a really good searching card. I mean,
You can
I
stack
cannot tell you how many times it's really gotten. Well, sometimes it's really gotten me out of a scrape, especially in a duel I've had earlier where just getting Shark or Rat to your hand or heck even a wind-up soldier and then you have like your Cyber Dragon, then you're pretty much set to go. I mean, wind-ups almost always have a way out of a situation really depending on what kind of cards they have out. If they have like back row, like if they have set monsters, you can use wind-up Arsenal Zen Mile to destroy them,
Destroy
or you can use, or
Or you
heck,
can,
Zen Mains,
get
even though it's not.
Or you can use other cards such as Andreas and Tyrus. Just get
Yeah,
rid of
Andreas and
it.
Tyrus are definitely excellent on rank 5s.
And
And
then
then,
as
of course,
well
you
as
always
the
have
OCG Volcaronosaurus, which I call. Yep.
we just call it Volcaronosaurus because he made he accidentally called it
Yeah,
Volcarona, the
I would.
Pokemon.
I don't know. I mix in Pokemon with Yu-Gi-Oh. Let's go. Come at me.
That's alright.
Yep.
Well, I don't know. Like, I know the Volcasaurus is coming on the next Duels pack. I think it was 12, is it? But, I don't know. I mean, it's going to be kind of crazy. When something gets hit, then yeah, I'll be happy to be using windups again.
Yep.
Yeah. Another thing that was introduced the last set was Rescue Rabbit, and since Rescue Kitten, it was Rescue Kitten, right, or Cat?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Rescue Cat was banned. I forget
banned.
when it was, but it was banned a while ago.
And then Rescue Rabbit was the next big thing, and that's what Gator runs specifically.
Huh?
We run windups, and then he runs.
I was just
The
dueling
rescue.
with those.
And
Yeah, you like to. Yeah, and you
one
like to
thing,
just.
like every top tier deck is different. Like Inzector windups kind of go good together, but they're also good alone. And
They're good alone.
same thing with Rescue Rabbit. Those 3 are like the very top tier decks thus
What about
far.
plants? You forgot about plants, man.
Well, the thing is,
Plants aren't as top tier as them though.
not anymore. Like
not
they
right
used to
now.
be.
No.
Not right now. It's all either about insectors or windups or anything like that.
There's Dark World too.
Well, yeah, there's
Dark
a little
Road's
bit of Dark
getting
World.
back up there again too.
But there's there's the ninjas as well. I mean, I've seen quite a few ninja decks, and Nuesaki actually, well, I don't know, I think he made like a really interesting one involving using Dark Seamorg. I think
Dark
I don't know,
Seamorg.
so that's crazy, and I'd be kind of scared to face that kind of deck.
Yep. I
And then
mean, I'm
with
open for
Hanzo-
many things. It's like it's either first hand like anti-spell fragrance. I set that, and then get Hanzo game shit. Can't even set anything.
It pretty much be game unless they use a monster effect.
Yeah, unless
But I
you-
think, heck, I think I even used, heck, I think I won even when you did that one time because I used a specific combo of windups. So that's just proof that even when you're trying to lock them down, they have a way out as long as you have the appropriate pieces together. They can almost counter anything pretty much. But with ninjas, I don't know, like when you have Hanzo, you get the ninjutsu art and they'll know you have and you're probably going to set that first. I mean, I guess a tip would be not to set it first, so maybe they won't pick it, but it's pretty obvious first turn, and I don't know. And then like one of their Ixies, like that Crimson Shadow Ninja, I don't know. Like, I think that's a good card, but
I really don't use it because I never really saw like potential in it. I mean, what my deck was about was just straightforward.
well, it's a rank
either
5
locking
and
down, but I mean, if it was more into preventing effects to destroy them, I mean, sure, that'd be nice. But I mean, half my
Well, it protects ninjas from being destroyed by battle or card effects. But then again, when you look at rank 5, you have Atreus, you have, heck, you can even use wind-up Arsenal Zenmayu if you want to, because it doesn't need wind-ups. You just need 2 level 5s.
2 level
You
5s.
can pop 2. Then you just have Tyrus to protect itself from card effects and take out a card on the opponent's field after a battle, and then Focus Source to take out a monster and do damage, which is really
and attack
good.
a monster, which very few people just misread cards. It's annoying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, it's particularly with Volcasaurus, because everyone assumes that you couldn't attack with it. Well, you can't attack directly, which is a key thing. Because sometimes it might be game if you attack a monster that's in attack mode for game. So
Yeah, Hanzo really needs to get hit because it's like a Stratos.
But still, I mean, if you summon it, I mean, sure, you're gonna get a trap card, but your opponent already knows what the trap card is. I mean, they can always prepare for that, right?
well, they could prepare for it. I mean, well, if they go
Just set
second,
card
then there's
then.
not much you can do about it.
Yeah.
Like if they summon a monster, then you go second, you get out Hanzo, assuming you get one of 3 Hanzos out of 40 or 41 cards. You get your ninjutsu art, then you set it, and then
I mean,
you
MST could be there. I mean, like,
Well, I
shit,
don't think of
what can
MST
you do?
if they hit it right, if they like set more than just that.
Yeah,
I mean, that's the problem. Sometimes I see people just put that ninjutsu art card, and then at the end phase, you just destroy with MST, and then they gotta help
exactly.
with
It's
Hanzo.
like, oh shit,
That doesn't work.
Lost. Yeah, it's stupid.
But I mean, I guess when you compare it to Insectors and Windups, they're probably not as big of a problem, but they are annoying. I mean, when they have the whole Dark Seymour block, that's probably the most fatal one.
Yeah.
Because
How
you can't
easy
set,
it is.
can't do anything until you
Mhm.
destroy. But
Yeah, back to like Rescue, it's like that
Mhm.
deck, like there's so much you can do with it, but then again, it's really, really predictable, but it's also very, very good, because it's like,
Yeah.
some things you can't even do anything about it, like, first turn gold, first turn tour guide, that's an automatic, Lagia or Dolka plus
Lagia.
a, Levier.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, that's why I have to emphasize, well, what some people call a dice roll format, because if they go first, get out Rabbit, depending on, well, especially if like they go in round 2 and they know what kind of deck you have, they can switch up whatever Ixie's Dino they can bring out. Maybe they'll bring in Dolka because maybe their deck's a bit more based on monster effects, etc.
Mhm.
And it's kind of like with 6 Sams. Like if they go first and they start pulling their combos together, they get like Gateway, they
a
get
field that was just goddamn ugly, and be like, I can't do anymore. I'm just gonna quit.
you can't like do much unless like
You
you
can't
have a
do-
lot of options, and sometimes you don't have that many options depending on your deck.
yeah.
So no, that's why I think it was kind of an interesting comparison, just because one of my friends was using Dino Raps and he's facing 6 Sams, and literally whoever went first pretty much won the game. So that's pretty much how it works. So like, oh, you go
Go
first
back and
Rabbits,
Yeah.
swarm the field with dinos and get out Bagi and Dolka. 6 Sams, okay. Let's spam, draw cards, and then get out Shein and maybe the Great Shogun Shein if you're lucky. So
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, you have 4 other cards, you only use 2, and you already have a full lockdown.
especially with that one card that lets you draw for, like, you get counters, then you draw, and then you have a back row. That's even worse.
Yeah.
But I mean, there are some downsides to Rabbit. I mean, first of all, you need level 4 normal type monsters. I mean, sure, you could run like 2 Sabersaurs and then 2 Cobblestones, but then once that hits your hand, I mean, you can't access
No,
that.
they run 3 though. So
Well,
if
they
they
run
hit-
3,
sometimes
but
they're
the thing
3,
is,
but
if
still.
they're in your hand, it's useless.
Yeah,
and if you don't draw
if they're in
Rabbit,
your hand, you're useless. I mean,
Now,
unless you're running a pure Rabbit deck with like what I used to run with like Hunter Dragon, Prism Man for like Levier. So I have like options to go fall back to rather than if I knew that all my normal monsters are out, and I'm like,
and you have to be able to
Yeah.
draw into Rabbit also. Like, if you don't even draw into Rabbit, then your combo's pretty much useless. It's built around the Rabbit. So, I don't know. I mean, maybe it's, I don't know, it's annoying, but some say it should be
It
hit,
was-
but
I think Rabbit should be hit easily.
like to
should
1 or
be.
2, because I'm
at
thinking
least
like,
at least one. I mean,
well, the thing is, because if you limit it to 1, then, well, I don't know, maybe 1, no, 2
yeah,
might be
then
fine.
you can only
actually,
get like one Logi out. I mean, that's worse enough. Sheesh.
Well,
I mean,
that's a
not,
real
not
big
being able to normal summon and special summon or activate any spells or traps. I mean, sure, you only get one shot at it, I mean, but you can
Yeah, you
stop
only get one shot, so maybe that's why
potential big hit.
two
So
and not one.
yeah,
Because usually Dino Rabbit players play Logia and then Dalka, or maybe the other way around. Dalka
just
then
two
Logia.
Logias. You're facing two Logias and you can't do shit. For like
To be honest, if Rescue Rabbit gets hit, Rescue Rabbit's not going to be used that much at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not going to be, but I don't know if if Inzectors. Well, actually, maybe that will do the same with Inzectors. Like if they make Inzector Hornet limited to one or something. I mean, I heard
No,
something.
they don't need to hit Hornet. Hornet, you only really need one.
Yeah, you
Well,
really.
you only need one, but I've seen some people have two. But
Yeah.
one's enough. It's like with
It's
Hunter,
just-
you only
it's
need
just-
one to pull
yeah.
the combos.
I mean, just multiple of them, just for safety, just in case, like, defissure, right?
Deep
And
fissure.
see, like I said before, that banishing them isn't a problem.
I mean,
It's
way
never
out.
a problem.
Yeah.
You just can't like.
All it does is just slows them down for a turn or two,
Mm-hmm.
and then you got to rely on top decking, etc.
And yeah,
Hi.
Oh, your
Hey,
parents are
they
yelling.
left.
He's
Oh, they
back.
left.
Oh, they left.
oh, welcome
For
back.
now,
For now.
So, what do you have to say about Rescue Rabbits?
that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, because this guy uses them a lot, and
This guy.
Really, if you pull all the vanillas, it doesn't even matter. They still have high attack and they can still handle themselves. You don't need the rabbit to start off good.
Well, that's true, but so to build around Rescue Rabbit, you may as well try to abuse it whenever you can and try to get the early advantage.
We forgot about the Jirak Guaiba, or however you pronounce it.
Direct Guaiba, yeah, that's pretty much one of the
I
driving
mean,
forces of
seriously,
it.
1700 attack, sure.
It's
not
not
a lot
bad.
Of things have, yeah, sure, not a lot of things have, like, higher than 1700, but, I mean, you can come across that and be like, fuck, what am I gonna do now?
They're pretty much stuck there.
Yeah.
Wide open. I mean, well, granted they have they tend to run Forbidden Lances, so that's kind of a moot point because they can just weaken your monster's attack if you're trying to attack Guaiba, and then they'll get the effect anyways.
Mm-hmm. Because they gooed.
Eh.
They're good, but
No!
Fucking
I
hate
just
rabbits.
attacked something with Guaiba and they honest.
oh yeah, honest. Yeah.
I'm glad that thing's limited. When the first time,
Yes.
the first time I've ever seen it, I wanted to kill myself.
It gets what? It gets double your attack? Oh, double the attack of the attacking monster. What?
Well, it gets the attack of the
Gains the attack.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, the
It's
attack
just
of
what's
the
your
annoying
monster
that
zero and keeps
Khaleef's
his
the only other monster that could even do anything like it.
Man, I hated Honest. I was like, BLS, go! I win now. Dropped Honest. I was like, what the fuck?
Should have removed it.
Some dude Honest Inzector and try to say it's a light type.
Wow. I wish I knew the logic behind
Nope. You need DNA transplant. There you go.
it. You and your DNA transplant, you have.
Yeah, no, yeah, me and my
your
DNA
freaking wind up
surgery.
deck right there.
Freaking my
Alright,
my wind up
so,
deck runs machines, and I use Cyber Dragon to abuse the Chimera Tech
yes.
Fortress.
Oh, that's actually that's actually something to note if you're gonna face like Zen mains. Just use Chimera Tech or Fortress Dragon.
Yep. Be like,
Yeah,
I'm
if-
gonna steal your monster because your monster's a machine.
A lot of people
Mhm.
cite Cyber Dragon just for that anyway.
Well, I made
Especially
Cyber
Dark World.
Oh, especially.
Dark World has probably one of the best side decks. I think.
know.
I mean, I guess
Well,
it's
because of
versatile.
how much they can do. I mean, if whatever can stop them, they can just okay. Let's put this here, put that there.
Like, cause
So-
there's so much that like, if you're dueling someone and you know what they're playing, you can immediately know what you're gonna side out and side in. Even
Yeah,
if they side out stuff to
Oh,
side in for you,
stop.
they can't predict you. They can't predict your side deck.
that's
so-
true.
That's
Well,
why.
you can
That's
never
what I
predict-
like about Dark World. They have a really good side deck.
Just versatile for everything.
Well, they're pretty
Versatile.
much versatile. I mean, I know. Well, what's that one card? Drag Down in the Grave. I know that's like a.
That's
I know
not.
that card's
That's not
good.
really a card that you need.
Yeah.
It's not. I've seen people use a lot. I
It's
find it really
good.
annoying, especially when like, oh, they know what's in my hand now. Grab. Like with
Yes,
Drag-
it's good with Minecraft when you got it. I mean, but like sometimes they're not that useful, especially when you don't draw shit. Like it's completely useless. And sometimes
Yep.
versus a deck where you like don't need them, like you can easily side them out for something that you really need for that deck. I mean, it's a really good replacement card,
Yeah, it's like maybe a good side.
and it's a good replacement card for Dark World Dealings too. For another one, your third.
Well, yeah, if you don't want to run Dark World Demons, I guess you can run that. But I guess it should be either one or the other, but not both.
I run 2 each.
You run 2 of each.
Yeah, and then I just side out the drag downs when I don't need them.
But, one of the decks are kind of problematic.
All
I
right,
guess
so
that's pretty much it for those.
Yeah.
Gator, what are your opinions on windups and then Zectors?
I don't know them. I don't use them. When I see them, I quit usually.
Well,
It's like I'm just gonna rage quit because they're just fucking gay.
I swear, every time I face a wind-up deck, they'll destroy my hand first turn. It's hard for them not to when they face me.
So then, what do you have to say to people who face you and they see a freaking rabbit? I mean,
Well,
what-
rabbit's not.
Man, I
that's
would
like
totally
it.
different
They're
things.
annoying.
that's
They're
kind of a
totally
horrible
different.
comparison. They can.
not different. They're
You
still
need a hand.
annoying.
You need a hand. If they wipe,
Yeah.
if they can wipe out your hand, like if the rabbits could wipe out your hand, then yeah, you'd hate them just as much as wind-up insectors,
Yep.
or just wind-ups in general if they pull off that combo. In
Man,
fact, I used wind-ups way before I even knew about that hunter loop. I kind of had to. There's like several people who freaking showed me the combo, and I'm like, wow, really? I didn't know you can do this because I never even had a hunch. I never had a hunter in my deck.
I want to curb stomp the freaking rabbits.
Why?
Yeah. I think we'll move on to the next thing.
Mm-hmm.
What is the most interesting deck build that you have seen?
Most interesting deck.
Well, let's see.
I think one of-
I've actually seen and or made the Holy Marks. It's an OCG archetype, but it was the Holy Marks with ninjas, combining like Red Eyes Darkness and all that with ninjas, and to somewhat kind of speed up the process. But sometimes you would get like dead hands. But I mean, if you got it going, everything's dead.
I mean, it sounds interesting because Super Ninja Star of Transformation lets you summon dragons too.
Yep.
So you have
And
more
dragon,
options to
basically.
summon, and not just White Dragon Ninja. You could just have like
Yeah.
Red Eyes or a Holy Mark monster.
Yeah, or Holy Mark monsters. You just distribute it and be like, woo.
That's true.
Yep.
Sup.
Was good.
Yes. But I mean, for me, I think I don't know. There's like a couple, but I want to know a particular one because I used to see Nuesaki use it all the time, and I really liked his idea with his gadget deck. His gadget deck being his gadget deck revolved around I think it was Shock Ruler of Colors. I forget what number it is. I think it's like number 16.
Yeah,
Number 16, Shock Ruler, Conqueror of Colors. That's rank 4, you need 3 level 4s, and my god, it's beast. It's OCG right now, but with the gadget deck that he had, like, it was so easy to just like, okay, let's get Ultimate Offering on the field, pretty much pay all the life points you need to summon out gadgets, and then pretty much just get 3 of these guys out, and then barring that they don't have anything to activate, and barring they don't have any traps to stop you, you can pretty much go, okay, I'm gonna negate traps, then I'm gonna negate spells, and then I'm gonna negate monsters with each piece, and yeah, you have to detach one material. Since you have 3, you could do it 3 times for each.
Can you do it all in the same turn, or is it once per turn?
Yeah.
Well, with one you can only you can declare only one type for each EXE material you discard, and you can only do it once per turn, and neither player can activate that card until the opponent's end turn. So you can pretty much put them on lockdown, pretty much, because they can't do
anything.
much.
They can't
Saki locked me down first turn. You know what matter was?
Yeah, he locked your first turn with that. I'm like, what?
That's why I made a deck profile on GAF.
I was just chilling there like, are you?
This thing?
It's like, what is this? I just
Like,
got
what?
locked
Got locked down. I think that's an interesting deck. I mean, yeah, I think the only problem with it is that, like,
Kind of slow.
it's easy. It's kind of slow. Like, if you don't get Ultimate Offering,
a gadget or Ultimate Offering, you
well, it's
just
easy to get a gadget. It's easy to get a gadget. You almost always get that.
but
If we're
kinda
talking
sit
about Ultimate
there and
Offering,
wait.
you have no idea. You have to draw one of them first of all. I mean, if you run 3, then it might be a dead draw, especially if you already happen to have one.
yeah,
And you have to make sure that, like, they
can't
don't
do
have
anything about
anything
it. Yeah,
to stop
they
you.
can't do anything about it. We're going homo now? You're gonna fuck a guy? Cool.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm dueling because I'm
Oh,
we're
you're dual.
podcast use.
We're
Dueling?
doing a
Wow.
podcast and you're dual.
Yeah,
Well,
stay
you could find
professional.
it cool, huh?
D-bag.
Before
Risky
your
rabbit
face
D-bag.
lined up. Freaking.
You should lose your soul.
Oh, I'm sorry. What are we talking about here?
Interesting deck. Interesting.
Like, we're talking about
interesting
magic.
decks that you've seen, that you fought against. Like, what's an interesting deck that you've faced?
I forgot. I saw it on some dude's YouTube channel. He's using like elemental heroes, but it was completely anti-meta. It had like Fossil Dyna with Banisher of the Radiance and all this stuff. Even though elemental heroes they like base around special summoning, he still used it really well. I was surprised.
Well, sometimes you can special summon all your things and just get out like Fossil Dyna and then lock them down from special summoning. It's like using Christia pretty much.
Mm.
What was that one deck that like we were actually facing a lot of agents and
Oh my god, lice horns.
it was like agents and Lightsworns, was it?
Yeah.
That was weird. I didn't. Well, maybe it's not weird. I don't know. I've never faced that one.
Sounds
And
interesting.
for all you people who play lice horns and or X-Sabers, they are
Fuck.
garbage decks. They are garbage decks. They're horrible.
Yeah.
Well, I'd say more so. Well, I mean, I guess more so X-Sabers. I haven't seen them that much. I mean, I remember how much pain they did cause me because I never seen them before, and I'm like, wait, what this? They're doing this, and they're like, okay, I summon this, and I summon this, and I synchro this, synchro that. I'm like, what?
Yeah, like
Did I
it set
do
up
something?
on
What do you
me.
respond?
It set up on me, and then I was reading everything, and I was just like, "This is all they do." And he's like, "Yeah," and I was just like, "Okay." Did this, baited the negate, and it was like, "All right, everything's gone," and then I won. It's like they're
Pretty
just
much
awful.
fun.
They're just
I mean, the things with Lightsworns, I mean, it's a little bit. Lightsworns are. It's annoying, definitely. I mean, especially if they happen to. Who was it? Was it Unisaki that?
Yeah,
Was
the
it, or
dude
was it somebody
summoned
else?
freaking
Someone had
fucking
three.
Judgment
That
Dragons.
is luck.
What the hell?
I remember
He
Gator
had
got
three
destroyed
Judgment
by that
Dragons
dude.
in his hand. I was like, fuck.
Because
I'm
I
just
didn't
gonna
think he
leave
had
him.
three in his hand
No,
because
I don't want to
remember
do
you
this
were like,
anymore.
because you were talking about, well, he had this many Lightsworns in the grave and he wouldn't
Yeah.
have like a Judgment Dragon in
Yeah, I was like,
there
why
right now.
wouldn't you mill a Judgment Dragon yet? I was like, oh, fuck, you have three in your hand, don't you?
You have them in your hand already.
Yeah, I know. I was like,
and just like boom, boom, boom. Hey,
Yeah. See, I don't know. I mean, there might be good Lightsworn decks, but I mean, in the end, I don't know. I mean, I know some people never get great mills with that at all. I mean, I cannot count how many times I've seen people mill like Solemn Warnings, Monster Reborn, and a Dark Hole with Raikos. I'm like, that happens all the time.
yeah.
You mill all your best
And like,
shit.
what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, when Gator got demolished, he picked the wrong poke to. I mean, not the poke. What the hell? It's not Pokemon.
Poke?
Yu-Gi-Oh
Leave.
monster.
No, leave.
Shut up. The wrong monster to like negate the effect or whatever. With effect, it was effect failure, right? And then he just got demolished.
Oh yeah. Is that when
Oh,
he
yeah,
he got the thing like
played
4,000
Judgment
attack
Dragon,
on the field or
played,
something?
that Ultimate Time Lord.
I
I was fearing that the whole time. Because in the call, I was like, okay, if he has that one thing, you're fucked. And then I see it, I'm like, yep,
Good game.
you're fucked. 'Cause that thing
Yeah,
is
Judgment Dragon, 2 Lightsworn dudes that are like above 2,000. You got this
Yeah,
4,000 dude out
yeah.
there, and it summoned another guy.
He had the two wolves. He had Judgment Dragon, and he had the Cephalon, the Time Lord guy.
Yeah, and then he brought back Christia and was like, "What's up?" Man, that was very, very funny. Okay.
Not funny. It hurt.
Hurts really much.
Hurt your soul that you don't have.
Wow.
You use Rescue Rabbit, you have no soul. Ow. Alright, so is that good?
No. Yeah. I don't know.
No.
Is it no?
I said
Why?
like jack shit because I wasn't paying attention to anything.
And you're doing-
Yeah,
and
what
your
are we
parents
doing?
came
You're
home.
doing.
Yeah, my parents came home.
Just for all of you guys that are watching this, Gator's afraid to talk while his parents
Wow, no. If you want to know the true
Let it be
story,
known.
do you want to know the true
Let it be
story? No, I don't feel like telling people the true story.
You can tell us
It's
off.
heartbreaking.
It is heartbreaking.
I'm kidding.
Okay, well, thanks for watching. Put questions down below with the next podcast what you guys want to ask.
And
And
leave
even
a
though it's like-
lot of questions, because sometimes we might not get
Yes.
enough.
Man, we only had 2 questions to work with.
We had 2 questions, and I mean, I had to kind of fill the gap in because, you know, some of the stuff I use myself, so I kind of have my own input on it.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
But we managed to talk a lot for a long time. And
Mhm.
Except
about
me.
windups
I
and
talked
Zephyr.
for about like 2 minutes.
Yeah, you literally talk for about 2 minutes, and then
This dumbass
That's it.
butterstick.
What?
You're a dumbass
They're
butterstick.
not even gonna see that.
Well, if you guys ever add a Gator on Skype, well, there it is.
The
Here's a
butterstick.
dumbass butterstick as his avatar.
pretty much.
Alright, later.
Later, guys.
It's gamer, not cause for alligator.